Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Guys, I have a download for you. You guys know when I receive downloads, I bring it to you. And I wanted to make this before I wind down. So, I always tell you guys I'm spirit led, not scripture led. So sometimes you guys will send me scriptures, and then it's like, oh, all right, I get that one. Because sometimes it's pertaining to my recordings, right? So I say that to say I may get the scripture wrong. And if I do, please correct me or let me know. Like, no, that's it. Don't leave your girl hanging. Let me know in the comment section. So it's something in regards to the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. Is that correct? Or stored up for the saints? Something like that, right? Okay, so I just wanted to say that is so true. It is so true. But there's a lot involved sometimes. And sometimes that means for you to be pruned in different areas. That means for you to sacrifice. It means for you to sometimes leave your hands off of things that doesn't seem right. Whatever the download that you receive from God in that particular situation. Again, it could be a job, it could be a marriage, whatever your thing is, plug it in. But I'm just going to, let's say, for example, I'm going to speak about a job. Okay, you've been on a job for a long time. You know the bosses are like really playing you. They're like trying to work you like crazy. They're giving your coworkers more money, less time. Somebody's stealing money. Like you should have been promoted and they promoted somebody over you. There's different things that we can all plug in. And you know that it's wrong. Like you have all tangible evidence that these people are doing some grimy stuff, right? So the first thing you want to do is like, okay, I got tangible evidence, I got hard copies. I got da-da-da. I'm going to go to the next level and throw them under the bus. And then out of the blue, God will tell you to just sit still. Don't do anything. Don't throw them under the bus. Just sit still. Keep your mouth closed. I'm working in the spiritual realm. You just do what you're supposed to do. That's going to probably require you to go to work without having no little petty face. Like you got to really be there and do things the right way, which will be very difficult because it's almost like it's not right. But you have to obey the voice of the Spirit. You have to trust what God says. If God tells you he's taking care of it, he's taking care of it. Right? But you in our flesh, we'll feel like, the person is getting over. So it's like just sitting there and looking at them. You want to just snatch their edges. Like all these thoughts are going on. And God is just telling you, you better not touch it. You bet not touch it. This is why you have to fear God. This is why obedience is so important. Because if God tells you not to do something, you bet not do it because your blessing is tied to it. You can move too quick and block your own blessing, right? So obedience is so important no matter how difficult it is. So as God has been clear in telling you not to move a finger and just keep going to work and doing the right thing, things will begin to intensify even more. Now they're playing with your hours. Now they're playing with your pay. Now you're not even getting paid because something is going on in the company and all the stuff. So you may have to work for free, right? Not literally, but sometimes I've seen it happen, right? But the person trusts God, saying, you just do the right thing. I will make it up to you on the back end. Just trust what I'm telling you. Sometimes what happens is we think people are getting over and we get so annoyed. But sometimes what God is doing, he's not moving quick enough for us. But really what he's doing, he's allowing these people to build themselves higher and higher and higher and higher. And the higher there is, the quicker the fall, higher there is, the harder their fall, something like that. Y'all help me out with that too. And take Hollywood, for example. Like it's tumbling in front of our face. And now we're like, these people, what? They've been doing this for how many years? Like This man has been the face of Hollywood and the face of, the production and how all this year. Yeah. Yep. God allowed them to get all the way to the top when they felt like they were untouchable, all the way to the top. He could have stopped them a long time ago. But no. I'm going to let you climb the highest of the pinnacle, so you think. So when you fall, you're going to cause an earthquake in California. That's not funny. That was petty. I don't even know where that came from. Lord, please forgive me. But you will feel like God has forgotten you. You will feel like it's so unfair. The minute you finally take your mind up off of it, right? Like you're not pondering on it. You're not having anxiety about people doing wrong and all this stuff. The minute you take your mind up off of it and you're just really doing what God told you to do, if that's working for less money, if that's working for free, if that's still going and smiling, whatever he tells you to do, he will tell you himself. Your source will tell you. Just don't ignore it. And so, out the blue, when you think everything's just calm, that's when somebody will come and tell you, oh, guess who just got fired? Oh, they found out he was stealing money. They found out, he was da-da-da-da. So now you're hearing all this information. And now before you know it, you got the big person coming and telling you like, wow, I heard what was going on with, the boss and how he was like shortchanging you or whatever. And I see that you're still here. I see that you didn't give up. I see that you didn't play dirty or foul. Like that tells me I can trust you. I can trust you with my company. And before you know it, you're promoted. You're promoted in that very person's position who was fired. Now, here you are, or we are thinking that person is getting over. No, God is allowing that person to build themselves higher and higher so that fall can be harder. And because you kept your hands clean, because you did the right thing, because you didn't get too involved in your flesh, even when you wanted to, because God saw that he can trust you and that you're obedient, he moved you right on in. So that wealth is now your wealth. I see it happen all the time. Personally, I have stories that if I was to write it on paper, which I won't, but if I was to write it on paper, it would not make any sense in the physical realm. Sorry, guys. I know you guys are so over my messages. It doesn't make sense in the physical realm because it's not a physical shift. It's a spiritual shift. So just do your part. You do your part and watch God move. God will, listen, God will promote you on top of people's head. God will put you in neighborhoods. God will put you in rooms. Don't ever underestimate what God can do. The only thing is you got to play your part. You got to keep your hands clean. I can't tell you guys how many things in my life that people see as blessings. And there are blessings. I see them as blessings as well. Let me take that back. Where there are blessings, but if I had to really sit down and write a book on the sacrifice, the obedience, the pruning, all the things that I had to do, because for one, it was just the right thing to do, but most importantly, because I was obedient to what God told me to do. Obedience will open doors to blessings that would not make sense to anybody in the physical realm. Do your part. Don't worry about nobody else. Let folks do what they do. Because God is watching. Trust me when I tell you. You keep your hands clean. Don't even mix up in that nonsense. Turn your head. Go in the break room. Whatever you got to do. You want no part of it. Right? When they're coming to you gossiping about it, just you want no part of it. Stay focused and do the right thing and watch God move. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you guys what I think. I'm telling you guys what I know. Obedience and sacrifice will change your life. I hope this helps somebody. Good night, guys. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.